Hi guys, Bran here, and today we have a different video because today is my birthday! Today's my birthday! It's my birthday! So I wanted to talk about something a little different, something a little, not necessarily Dead by Daylight related, but kind of, you know? I kind of wanted to go off the rails a little bit, do something a little bit different today, because usually when people are like, it's my birthday, everybody's like, let's talk about you! It's your special day! But I wanted to talk about you! I want to talk about you. I want to talk about you. It's been a long journey. It really has. It's been a long journey, and I kind of want to just kind of like talk about that a little bit and just kind of like really emphasize how much I really appreciate what you do here just by like watching me every day and like what that means to me. So I've mentioned this quite a lot on the channel, and it feels like it gets old hearing it, but I was a teacher for a long time. I taught outside of student teaching for 4 years, but if you count student teaching, I taught for 5 years. So I taught for a long time. I taught high school social studies, and that was like my big dream. That's what I wanted to do in high school. That's what I wanted to do all through college, and I never switched majors once. And I went out into the field, and it was, for the most part, what I had imagined it to be. There were some parts that had definitely let me down in terms of like, you know, test-based, you know, focusing on tests over kids and I scratch your back, my scratch yours kind of mentality when it comes to like very, very serious decisions, which is scary considering that's the future of America. But like many of you, I fell on hard times when Schmovid hit. I was laid off, like a lot of people were. And I was in a weird spot because obviously a lot of the teachers that were already had jobs and already, you know, had their jobs, clung to their jobs very hard because of the Schmovid situation, because, you know, because a lot of people are being laid off to make the gap up in the money lost. A lot of people clutched to their jobs harder than they had before. So there was kind of not a lot of jobs out there. And this was in 2020. I worked the 2020 school year up until, I believe, June. Yeah, up until I believe June of 2020. And I worked really hard and I tried to find something else, and it was just the whole world is in chaos. In a lot of ways it still is, but it was at its worst during that summer. And I couldn't find anything. And I'd been disenfranchised for a long time with teaching for the reasons I mentioned, that like I feel like we focus more on like we focus way more on trying to get kids to be good test takers and not actually helping them be good members of society that can actually like function on their own and help each other and all that wonderful stuff. We don't teach any of that. It's just, can you do a test right? And I had been in so many situations where I was told, well, you're a good teacher, but because this guy coached the football team 15 years ago, we're going to put him in your spot. Or, hey, we're going to just, you know, do away with the position because we just can't have, we don't have enough, you know, resources for that position. And it's just, I just kept getting so many different, like, weird answers when it came to, like, oh, well, you know, you were great, but, you know, you were amazing, but. And it just, I got so discouraged, and it just seemed so many times it was like the kids weren't what was at the forefront. But that also put me in a really weird place because here I am, summer of 2020, living in a tiny apartment with Heather. And I do mean tiny. It was a very, very tiny apartment. It was meant for one person, not two. I don't have a job. She gets laid off too because of, you know, the cuts that also happen to a lot of people. So we're both laid off. We're both in a tiny apartment, having a hard time making ends meet. And it was just a really rough time, like it was for a lot of people. And I said to myself, well, I'm home all the time now, right? Oh, this is also important to mention that this is when I stopped having a car, where I lost my car. So I became unmobile as well, so I couldn't even go anywhere if I wanted to. So I'm just, and that wasn't even my car. My car broke down before the pandemic, and then my grandma was nice enough to let her use one of her cars, but she needed it back because of, you know, the whole situation. So I'm in that situation where it feels like we've lost everything, and all I have is just Heather, the cats, and my gaming PC. And that's it. So I decide that I'm just gonna do something that I've really always wanted to do, but like never had the confidence to do. I'm just gonna start Twitch streaming. That's kind of how this whole thing got started. I have YouTubed before. There was actually, yeah, I've YouTubed 3 times actually. I had a anime music video channel when I was a middle schooler, and then I had a wrestling music video channel, and that was also when I was in middle school. And then probably my most successful channel outside of this one, I had a creepypasta narration channel. And no, I will not tell you what that is. I will not tell you which one I was. I think I got to 1,000 subs on that one. It's kind of hard to tell with like decay, like the decay of subs, but I got that one pretty high. Obviously this one is now my most successful one, but like that one before this one was the most successful one. So I've done this YouTubing thing before, but like it was always just a hobby, and I always got burnt out and I just quit, thinking I was a kid, right? Like the creepypasta thing was high school, so I was a kid at the time, so I think that's a little bit more understandable. But TLDR, I said I have all this time, we're stuck inside, we can't go anywhere because the world's locked down because of pandemic, so I might as well just stream, might as well just play games with other people. And that's how this whole thing got started. And it was really hard at first. Like I had a lot of like anxiety with actually, like I used to have help Heather actually help me hit the live button, because I felt like I was just gonna put out like the worst, most terrible content every single time I turned on the live button. Like I was just gonna put out the worst content possible, like all the time. I never thought I made anything quality, and everything was terrible like all the time. But I just kept doing it and kept doing it and kept doing it, and I got stuck. I stuck to a schedule, and I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it, and I stopped care. I stopped looking at the view count. I stopped looking at all this stuff. I was just like, I just need to make something good, make something that I feel passionate about, and that is, quality. That way people can just partake in it, enjoy it, and not have it be so serious, And I think that's why this means so much to me, because I feel like other people, like I upload daily, and I uploaded daily all the way from like 200 300 subs all the way up to like now. And I feel like a lot of people would have stopped uploading daily once they hit that 1,000. I feel like that's where all the important stuff happens, because that's when you get like the community tab. You get the community tab at 750 now or something like that. I need to check that, but essentially 750 to 1,000 is like the big stuff. Like you can get a YouTube, you can be partnered with YouTube, you can have the AdSense, you can have the community tab, you get all this like all the fancy schmancy stuff between 750 and 1,000. So that's got like the big grind section for most YouTubers. And I feel like most people would have stopped uploading daily once they got to that point, because it's just like, well, I've gotten my goals, I'm good. But I don't know, a lot of you have told me that like my videos are nice to put on, like when you're doing something, when you're eating your dinner, or like you're doing chores, or just have on while I'm working on homework, like. And that's like, I feel like that means a lot to me, because when I was in very, very rough times, not even just the one I just mentioned, but like very rough times, that's like that's what got me into YouTube. That's what got me into Twitch, was just to have something on, just some person that I like to hang out with, playing a game I like, talking about a game I like, while the world feels like it's falling apart. Because it feels like the world isn't so bad if I can at least have that comfort. I can at least have that person that I can just consistently go watch, right? And I think that the fact that I can in any way do that for someone else is just more than I could ever ask for. More than I could ever ask for. The fact that I can provide that comfort for someone else is more than I could ever ask for. And I think that's the best gift I could ever get, to be honest. And I do mean that. Like it's gonna be nice. You guys are probably gonna be like, happy birthday anyway, but like it's I know it's like your birthday is about you, but like I don't know, like I really do feel like I have a very fantastic group of you guys who watch. Like I am very lucky to have a very kind and caring and thoughtful and introspective community that really big thinkers and big hearts. Big thinkers, big hearts. And I'm so incredibly proud of all of you, really. Like, it's just like you guys are genuinely stand-up people, and I enjoy. I know sometimes like the whirlwind of like uploading daily and then streaming almost daily gets ahead of me, and I start like getting behind and I don't answer every single comment, but I really do appreciate that, and I always read those, and I always do my best to keep up on things. And you guys are smart cookies, but you also are very considerate cookies, and I couldn't have asked for a better group of people to do this with. I really do mean that. So the best gift I could have gotten for my birthday was you guys. So thank you for sticking with me. I know a lot of you have been here since like 200, 300 subs, and you're still here as we're going. You're still here 1,000 subs later, and we're still going. And I can't tell you how many times I've just, I don't know, I've had like an awful day for one reason or another. And then I come back and I look at my YouTube comments, and somebody's like, well, that video, I think that was Jimmy that said that, Jimmy Snakehands, said that, oh, well, this video seemed like you, like, I don't know if you scripted this, but like your thoughts were a lot more concise. This was a really good video. Like little stuff like that. Like really, I don't know, like on a bad day, that stuff helps a lot. It really does. It really does. And I can't tell you how many times I've been in that situation where I've had a day brightened by you guys, and it really, really helps. It really, really helps. So the best gift I could ask for my birthday is just keep being you. Just keep being great. And thank you for allowing me to have this. Because so many people start a YouTube channel, start a content creation thing with like Twitch and YouTube, and it falls apart. Or I say one thing you don't agree with, and you're just like gone forever, right? Like, but you guys are very, very supportive and very, very kind. Very, very supportive and very, very kind. And the best thing I could ask for is just keep being you. You've already done a lot by allowing me to have this platform, both YouTube and Twitch. You've done so much to allow me to have this, and I'm so thankful to have this. So thankful to have this. It was a big risk. It was a big risk going into this, just like it is. It's always a big risk. It's never not a big risk, no matter unless you're literally like a celebrity starting a YouTube channel, which means you're just gonna have like previous clout that you're just going to use to automatically have a ton of like content, or a ton of following. It's always a big risk. It's always a huge risk, and you guys made that dream true, and are continuing to make that dream true. It hasn't stopped. Hopefully it won't stop ever. but you know, yeah, just keep being you. And thank you for all that you've done so far. If I haven't expressly responded to a specific comment of yours saying that, I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you eye to eye that I really do appreciate all that you do. And even little stuff, just like liking the video or commenting, or even just watching it and just going, that was pretty good to yourself. Like that helps. That helps a lot. So thank you for doing that. And thank you for in the future as you continue to do that. And, yeah, thank you for the happy birthday just by being you. So yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy rest of my birthday. Gonna go have a good time. Thank you so much for watching today, friendos. I do still upload daily, as I said, so I will be uploading a video tomorrow for you guys, and hopefully I'll see you there. But if I don't, I'll see you when I see you guys. Bye.